She was fired without warning, so she took down the whole company. Claire had always dreamed of working at Hawkstone Tech, a rising software company in New York. She studied day and night, skipped parties, and earned a degree in computer science. When she finally got the job, she cried with happiness. She gave everything to that company: long hours, skipped vacations, even weekends. She worked harder than anyone. Her boss, Mr. Grant, always smiled and said, "You're one of our best." Claire felt proud, safe, and trusted. But the problem is, loyalty means nothing to greedy people. One day, she noticed her ideas being used in meetings without credit. Her designs appeared in pitches, with other names on them. She felt uncomfortable but stayed quiet. She thought if she worked harder, things would get better. But they didn't. Her teammates ignored her. Her boss stopped inviting her to important meetings. Slowly, she was being pushed out. Then, one Friday morning, it happened. Without any warning, Claire was called into a small room. Mr. Grant sat there, avoiding eye contact. "We're letting you go," he said. "It's just business. You'll get a small severance." Claire sat frozen. "But why?" she whispered. No answer, just a shrug. She walked out of the building, hurt, confused, and furious. Claire sat alone that night, staring at her old ID badge. Her inbox had been deactivated. Her name was removed from the company website. It was like she had never existed. Her heart sank. She cried for hours. She had given 3 years to that company. She missed birthdays, holidays, and even her sister's wedding just to finish a project on time. And now, they had erased her in a minute. Her parents said, "You'll find another job." Her friends said, "Move on." But Claire didn't want just another job. She wanted justice. She wanted to be seen. She wanted the truth to come out. She remembered the ideas they stole, the features she built, the late nights she stayed up fixing bugs that no one else could fix. Hawkstone Tech had used her, then thrown her away like trash. Claire didn't scream. She didn't curse them online. Instead, she opened her laptop and began to plan. Her revenge wouldn't be loud. It would be slow, smart, and unforgettable. Claire still had her old notes, emails, and code drafts saved on her home drive. She spent weeks organizing everything. She made a list of every idea they stole, every design she created, and every product she helped build. She discovered something even bigger. Her signature design, a software framework she had created, had been secretly licensed to another company. Hawkstone Tech had made millions from it without giving her credit or payment. That was illegal, and Claire knew it. She contacted a lawyer, a serious one. She showed him her documents, timelines, and emails. The lawyer's eyes widened. "You have a case," he said, "and not just a small one. This is huge." While the legal process started, Claire launched a blog under a fake name. She began writing about toxic workplace culture, stolen credit, and silent abuse in tech companies. Her posts went viral. People started guessing the company behind it. Then she began developing her own product, an improved version of the software Hawkstone had stolen. But this time, it was better, faster, cleaner, and it was all hers. Claire was no longer broken. She was rising. The lawsuit became public. News outlets picked it up. Ex-employee sues tech giant for intellectual theft. The internet exploded. Employees from Hawkstone began leaking emails and screenshots. People started speaking out. Hawkstone tried to shut her down. Their lawyers sent threats. But Claire stood firm. She had evidence, a voice, and now, millions of supporters. The court ruled in her favor. Claire was awarded a massive settlement and full rights to her original software. But she didn't stop there. She launched her own company, Clarion Tech, using her new funds. She hired people who had been mistreated by others, giving them a safe and creative space. Her company grew faster than anyone expected. Meanwhile, Hawkstone Tech lost its reputation. Clients pulled out, investors backed away. Mr. Grant resigned. Within a year, the company closed down. Claire didn't destroy them with anger. She destroyed them with truth. Claire's company became a symbol of hope. Her mission was clear. No talent should be used and thrown away. People around the world followed her journey. Young women called her a hero. Podcasts, interviews, and TV shows invited her to speak. She stayed humble. "I didn't want revenge," she said. "I wanted respect, and I earned it, on my own terms." Her employees were happy. Her work environment was honest. Everyone had a voice. Ideas were celebrated, not stolen. And the product? It outshined everything in the market. When Claire walked on stage at a global tech conference, the crowd gave her a standing ovation. She looked out and smiled. "I was once fired without warning," she began. "But I turned that pain into power." She had no time for bitterness. Her eyes were focused on the future, one she had built brick by brick, and every time someone doubted her, she used their doubt as fuel. Claire never forgot the pain, but she also never let it define her. She wrote a book titled Fired to Founder, sharing her journey from betrayal to brilliance. It became a bestseller. She started programs to mentor young women in tech. Her company began winning awards for innovation and ethics. Her name became a symbol, not of revenge, but of quiet revolution. People often asked, "What would you say to the boss who fired you?" Claire would smile and reply, "Thank you for setting me free." She no longer needed their seat at the table. She had built her own table and invited others to sit with her. She walked past the old Hawkstone building one day. It was empty, covered in dust. She stood there, remembering the pain, and smiled, knowing she had turned it into power. They fired her without warning, but she took down the whole company with silence, strength, and truth.